Hey, welcome to this week's episode of the Value Cafe podcast. My name is Esther Opune, aka the Valuada, and this is the space where I hold conversations around growth, impact, and hacking this human experience as we navigate life. Okay, so some months ago, in May 2022 to be precise, I hosted a number of friends and listeners of the podcast to a podversary event, which is in celebration of the first year of having started my podcast. Part of the program of event was a live podcast recording in which everybody in the room got thrown into a conversation and we just had an organic flow, and the topic of it was redefining fun and success, and it was recorded live, and it was interesting getting different perspectives from the room, everybody coming to talk about how they define this concept of fun and success, and the changes that they've experienced over time across different phases of their life. It was actually very interesting. We went deep at some points. We went very light-hearted at some points, threw bands here and there, had fun, laughed, and all of those things. So, I think I'll just stop talking here and let you enjoy that conversation. Actually, the first part of that conversation, and I'll see you on the other side. Have fun. Hi, okay, and welcome to the PodxArt episode of the Value Cafe podcast. I'm still your host, Esther Opone, aka the Valuada, and on the Value Cafe podcast, we talk about all things that have to do with growth, impact, and hacking our human experience. I mean, navigating life is not that easy, so we might as well do it together and learn to grow, learn to love, be human, and be humane. And so I'm so happy to have everybody here today. Okay, so again, we are going to be discussing the concept of fun and success, redefining what it means to us amidst all the noise that we hear around. There's so many voices in our head and all, and I look forward to having a wonderful session with everybody today. Okay, so I was wondering where to start from, which corner of the room to start from. Okay. So, ini mini mani mo. This guy is all smiling. So, I just want you to, once you get the mic, introduce yourself and tell us what's fun. In fact, everybody's going to do that, but I'm starting with you. What does fun mean to you?
What does fun mean? Okay, my name is James Ajayi. Fun to me. Okay. Fun to me is anything that makes me happy, anything that just calms me down, anything that, I think that's the word, anything that makes me happy. I think that's fun.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, I am Michael Olatunbosun. For me, fun is what gives you gratification and what makes you happy, what makes you feel like a human being, a human person who belongs to a human community and also engages every aspect of the human life to craft something meaningful for himself or for herself. So that's fun for me.
Okay.
I am Ojo Charles Oluwabukunmi. To me, fun is just as simple as it sounds. Anything that gives me pleasure. It could be playing sports, it could be playing games, it could be listening to music, it could be going on a journey, traveling. Anything that really gives one fun or makes one to be happy, pleasure, really. And something that I've noticed is that something that gives me fun may be something that does not give the other person fun. For instance, I am not a fan of reading novels like that. I rather watch movies. And to some other people, they can pick a giant piece of novel and finish it from A to Z. And I just will not do that. To me, it's stress. It's plenty of mental work. But watching a movie is going to be fun to me. That's my definition of fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, I mean, Falano. To me, fun is anything that saves me from boredom. So basically, anything that gives me pleasure. But some things give me more pleasure than the others. But that will mean I have more fun in some activities than the others. So for me, fun is a bit complex.
Okay, my name is Victoria Bamiduro. Okay, for me, fun is anything that makes me escape reality. And the thing I do most for fun is read books. Like I usually say, give me a good book and probably a cup of coffee, and I'm having fun. Or probably take me somewhere where there's nature and I can just enjoy the smell of grass, everything, anything fun. That's fun for me.
Hi, my name is Zainab Shubula. For me, fun is a good meal. A really good meal will really make me happy. Having a great conversation with someone, that's also something that I really enjoy. And fun could also be having like a great me time. Like it's just me by myself doing stuff that I really like. That's fun for me as well.
Hello, my name is Olu Emmanuel. Fun for me is I don't think I would do a definition against this. I think we have done the definition, but for me, it's traveling. I really enjoy traveling. I enjoy conversations too. I don't necessarily have to be part of it, but I just listen and I'm fine. And that's why I enjoy podcasts a lot. It's the reason why I listen to your podcast too. I enjoy movies too. And just flowing from what I just said last, I don't exactly enjoy movies that have like the action, the shooting. I want the conversations. I want to hear the little talks. Those things really excite me. Yeah. So painting, I won't exactly call myself a painter, but when I have the time, I have watercolor in my room and I have these A4 papers that I use and I just do things. So I just enjoy doing that while I listen to something. So that's fun for me.
You seem like those quiet kids in class that when you now see one layer, you see another layer of them.
I think so.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sule Okwemi. And I think my own definition of fun would be spontaneous, because sometimes fun to me is just staying indoors and not interacting with anybody, just in my own personal corner, in my own space. And some other days, I just want to be out there. I just want to interact. I just want to be in the midst of my loved ones, people I care about. And in that situation, that's fun to me as well. So I think fun is spontaneous for me.
All right, everyone. My name is Charles Poga. Fun to me is myself. Fun is me not pretending. Fun is me loud. I like it loud. I like parties. And fun is me. And I enjoy it every day. So like I basically live like that almost every day. So that is fun for me. Outside.
Hello everyone, my name is Akiomi Aisha. Fun for me is entertaining, anything that gives pleasure. For example, I love to sing and listen to music. It is fun, even though if it is indoor. But I love it like that.
Thank you. Wow, I love all our different definitions.
Okay, my name is Kende Adinji, and I think the people have already said mostly everything.
Oh,
that
define it for yourself.
It's relaxing.
Okay.
It's entertaining. You just laugh and you're just happy, and sometimes you just forget that maybe there are problems and there's all of that. Then fun can be you just singing in your not so good voice, not caring about what other people will think or say, and you're just having your own karaoke at home. So yes. So for fun can be a lot of things, and I think it fits the mood, or it fits seasons and times like that. So yes, fun is relative. Okay. Was it so please God?
Okay. Fun for me is fun. Okay, my name is Precious. Fun for me could be anything really. It could be dressing up and taking pictures without going anywhere. It could be trying on outfits that I've had in my bag for years, for months, that I've not worn before. Fun for me could be sleeping. It's just being in my own zone and just enjoying myself. It could be with myself, it could be with other people. as long as I am liking myself at that moment, I'm having fun.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adeoye Oluwatoyin, and first, I'd like to say that I like the definition of fun I've heard today. Maybe because there isn't one definition, and it used to be a time in our lives where it was what some people thought were the majority of the definitions that everybody should go as fun. But now I love that everybody here has owned their own fun. It's like, I like to read a book, I like to do this. So for me, fun has to be lightweight, breezy. If there were 2 rooms here, the one with the most windows would be fun. There's air, it's easy. And my friends, sometimes I like my own company. But I think it depends, like everyone has said, Kendi and Victoria. It's a mood, yeah. Sometimes it's a book. Sometimes it's a movie that has shooting gun in it. Apologies to the lawyer. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's like, it's Owambe. It's a Saturday. I just want to go and eat for, you get. So it has to be easy. It has to make you forget some parts of you for a while. I think that's where it's therapeutic. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so my name is Olumide. You can call me Dad. Right. So fun for me is basically with people I love. Right. Doing things we love. Yeah, I think that captures it for me. So once we can find the consensus on things we love with people I love, that's fun for me. Yep.
Okay, so my name is Yewande, and basically, fun for me is travel, food, and conversations, loud conversations. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
As much as I know about you, you like to travel solo.
Yeah, I like to travel solo.
But then you like loud conversations.
Yeah.
They don't have to happen at the same time.
Yeah, they don't have to happen at the same time. So basically, travel. I think just traveling all by myself, not with people. Yeah.
Okay, how about you?
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know we'll be called into this. So, fun for me is more of movies. I love movies. I think I follow series more nowadays because I think I watch 1 episode per night. It helps me to relax. Yes, 1 episode per night, no matter how busy I am. It helps me to relax, and sometimes it has to do with music for me too. I think I choose 1 music per week that helps me to yeah, I have there has to be a plan. There has to be a plan actually. You said? Yeah. I think these things help me to cope with whatever schedule I have, because sometimes for me it can be really busy, and so I try as much as possible to have a schedule that keeps me alive, keeps me working, and so that's why I do those movies, I do music, and at the same time I love to play games, video games and all that. So those are the kind of things I do. Once in a while, hang out like this. And that's actually once in a while, but at other times I'm just I just want to be on my own and just sleep, please. Yes, just day.
Just day your day with your 1 music for the week.
Exactly. Yeah, thank you.
I think I'm going to come back to the old scheduling fun. I that's actually a very interesting point, but Makefa.
Okay, for me, fun is making people happy. That's how I
send me money.
You know that thing they say about last bronze? Sorry now.
My name is Zaramola Oluwakwelini. Fun to me is eating and sleeping.
I think this is your second eater. Or it's ahead. So I actually love the way the whole flow is going, because for some it's spontaneous, for some it has to be on schedule, for some it's poetic, like a room with a lot of breeze, a lot of windows open, and for some it's loud. So for instance now, if you are why I particularly ask that question is because there are times we come into different phases of our lives when maybe the definition does not change, but the way we express it has to change. So for instance, you get busy or you're unable to travel the way you want to travel, and then you just want to have fun, you want to relax, you want to do all of those things. And do you ever feel that sometimes when people then go on their WhatsApp status and they see like, oh my god, this city is not fun, this place is not fun, sometimes I wonder if it's because the things that they've attached or they've defined fun as is not available, but then they've not been able to explore other avenues. And so my major question, or maybe something worth pondering or talking about, is now for you, now that you said, for those that said anything, you've opened, you've expanded your own options. But for some of you that already have those boxes, have you ever been in situations where you've had to develop new activities for those fun things, or what? Who wants to go? Okay.
I had to get a new phone for myself because my parents moved to, like, I can't call it a village, probably a town where we have electricity like once in 9 days, 10 days sometimes. So I had to get another idea of phone. So I just pick my dad's camera, walk around the area, take pictures of trees, palm trees, do nonsense, just take pictures and just do rubbish. When listen to the radio until the radio packed up, and my father said, you spoiled my radio, and I said, I'm sorry, why you didn't give me any other type of phone? So I love to talk. So sometimes I record myself talking to invisible audience. I do YouTube videos by myself, even though I have no audience or no mind of posting it. Yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I do all those kind of fun. And when I have opportunity to go out, I always have opportunity to go out. My friends named me Ajala the Traveler because that place is just, it makes me feel boxed because there's nothing fun to do. There's nowhere to go. So any opportunity to travel, I travel. Like, I had to come from Oyo this morning because that's where my parents reside. Because I was like, I'm just having fun this week. Nothing will stop my fun. Like, so you have to create it yourself because it's not every time you find yourself in a position where you have the opportunity. And now that adulting is catching up with all of us, you have to develop a new idea of fun, or you're just going to become depressed and become a bitter person. So that's it.
Thank you for sharing. Does anyone else want to chip in on that?
Yeah, so I was talking about how I do enjoy cooking, and during the pandemic, I didn't live alone. I lived with a family, and that narrative changed for me. I hated the process because of how it was done in the house, because I did not have the opportunity to choose what to cook and how to do it. So I did not enjoy the process like I used to. So my point is, regardless of where you are, your age, or what you're currently doing, what you define as fun, what you define as what you do to enjoy yourself is going to change. So it's not going to be a static thing. What you like to do now might not be what you like to do in 10 years' time. So I think we need to give ourselves the ability to expand. So I used to enjoy to read some books, and now I don't want to read them anymore because, it's no longer fun for me.
I remember those times when my Goodreads used to be very active. So after finishing one book, I'll go but now it is well. Yeah. YouTube has taken over for the learning platform, and okay. So while you were saying something, I just remembered I said I was going to go back to what he had mentioned about him having to schedule fun. Because and I think sometimes you just have to be intentional about what you do with it. So a lot of time, when people talk about intentionality, you're intentional about the books you read, about the people you talk to, about the conversations you have, about the associations you join. But it's rarely mentioned that, you have to be intentional with fun. And I think, especially when you have moments when what you do tends to overwhelm you, when you get so sucked up into finishing that project, meeting that deadline and all of this, and it feels as if you have no life, and then you have to schedule it, and then you become that kind of person that you do one music for the week,
Song of the week, is that what you call it?
Yeah, it's song of the week.
Oh, so what's your current song of the week now?
It's
I knew it, that me. Kiss Daniel family. Well done. All right, so who else has had to do that? Schedule fun. Oh, tell me about it. Yep.
Okay. So that was actually one of the things I said I was going to do this year, because when sometimes you just get swept up in what you are doing, then you forget that you forget to live. Let me put it that way. Most times I'll just be reading a book or reading a manuscript or concerned about the next class I'm going to teach. And then people ask me to talk about myself. And I realized that if I'm not talking about school, I'm talking about school. And I was like, I have to do something about that. So like April now, I said April I was going to do art. And I reached out to Esther because I didn't know Esther was going to do something like that. She just told me, I just said, this month I'm doing this month I'm doing that. And it just coincided with, it just so happened that the PodxArt was happening. So I don't know what I'm going to do next month. But I know that as it goes, as things come along, I would be planning. But I can say that from January till now, it's different from last year. And when I schedule, it makes me more intentional. I'm like, yes, I want to take out time to do this. Maybe not one music a week or one activity a week like that, but at least I know that it's different. At least I can say more than school now.
Does anyone else want to add to that? Oh, okay.
Thank you. I am this person that when I have a goal or an objective or some sort of mission to achieve, I almost forget any other thing. I drop whatever is called fun. So I just go on that chase and then I try to achieve it. So I could go on for days and weeks and months. And in fact, church itself, I'll just put it aside. And so I remember when I was in Abia for this service thing, and I was praying for exams at that point, and I dropped everything that had to do with fun. And then when I finished my exams, I then said, okay, so what is next? And so I tried to be intentional, that word intentional, about what I was going to do for fun. And so Abia is I won't call it a city, I would call it a town, really, because it's not as hustling and bustling as Ibadan or Lagos. And so I remember saying that, okay, every weekend I would go to a new place or to new places. And so I remember going to the War Museum on a certain weekend, and then the next weekend I went to Ojuku's bunker or so. And so because of the fact that Abia, Umuahia is a town, it was difficult to find more interesting places or sites to visit. And so basically that just got turned off. And so I just returned again to trying to achieve goals and dreams and aspirations, and in fact, it's part of the reasons why I'm present here, because I think I told you, Esther, I think some 3-4 weeks ago, because I knew I was coming back to Ibadan, I just said that during the period of my stay in Ibadan, what exactly am I going to be doing for fun? And so me being here is not because it just happened. I just wanted to have that fun. So that's my own aspect or definition of being intentional about having fun. Thank you.
Okay, now that you mentioned that when you have a goal and stuff that you're working towards and all of those things, I'm going to take you back to the other arm of this conversation, which is on success.
Hi again. I hope you actually enjoyed that conversation as much as I did. So this is actually the first part again, and the next installment of that conversation is going to be released next episode. Let me know what you think about this. If you have any, disagreements or agreements, or any moments that resonate with you, as regards the topic that we talked about, fun and success, and you can reach out to me at thevaluecafepod@gmail.com. Send a mail there, or on social media at The Value Ada or Esther Opone, or at The Value Cafe Pod across all platforms. Thank you so much for joining this week's episode, and I will see you next week for part 2. Bye.